Hi, I'm Don Nestor with igus. I'm the product manager for Chainflex cables. Today I'm going to talk to you about the UL Verified program and how it pertains to our 36-month Chainflex cable guarantee. We've been testing cable for over 30 years, and as soon as we released our first cable in 1989, we realized the value of testing and validating designs, and our customers drove this demand. When you put a continuous flex cable into the market, customers want to know how long that cable will last and how it will perform. So again, for that reason, we dedicated quite a bit of our R&D and continuous testing to cable testing and inside of energy chains and how they will be used in the field. This UL Verified program, which I'll talk to you today about, has been around for about a year and a half. And igus decided to work with UL to get our claim of 36-month cable guarantee verified. And this cable guarantee is unique in the industry because it's based on a service life calculator that we offer to customers, where they can plug in the igus cable and the constraints of their application, and the service life calculator will give you a guaranteed service life, or the service life of the cable without a guarantee, but give you an idea of how long it will last if you're trying to push some of those constraints like bend radius or length of travel or temperature. And the service life calculator is based on testing that we've been doing for 30 years. Each year we've gotten this test lab to the point where we can yield 2 billion test cycles per year. We have over 800 tests running in this lab simultaneously. So we dedicate a lot of resources to verifying our products and our designs. And UL, as many of you know, has one of the most recognizable marks in the wire and cable industry. And the UL Verified program offers an objective, science-based program that will work with the company to verify their claim. Our claim is that we'll offer a 36-month guarantee based on actual calculation that we back with empirical data. So, quick recap: UL is a nationally recognized test laboratory, or NRTL. If you're familiar with the National Electric Code or any inspections, an NRTL is what the industry uses to test and ensure safety of products. Wire and cable, no exception. The UL mark will appear on 22 billion products annually. It's worldwide known, but mainly accepted in North America and America. So this UL Verified program, UL definitely is striking the iron while it's hot, and they know that their mark is so widely recognized. They offer this UL Verified program now, which is fairly new, a year and a half, and they will come in and customize an audit based on your claim to the industry, what your marketing claims are. They will use a scientific, based on the scientific method, come in and create an audit for your claim. So if we come here, I can click through the UL Verified website. Will have a searchable database where you can see all the different claims. So in this example, I searched for cable, and it brings up many different verified claims. We're not the only ones that have this claim. There are a lot of other companies that will have their test process verified. Ours is a little unique in that there will be other companies that have this verified mark, but the igus verification is on our guarantee. It's based on a whole system. So a lot of other companies are verifying their testing or some of the electrical performance of their cables. We chose to have our whole guarantee and test process that drives that guarantee verified. So you search for cable, for example, and it brings up, I zoomed in on this one, and then each company has a landing page on the UL website, and here is our claim This logo is very specific, and I'll break it down in a second. We have two logos that we can use. This is the basic logo, 36-month chainflex guarantee and service life calculated based on 2 billion test cycles per year. Then the landing page has some information about our test lab, and if you need more information, it brings you to the igus website. And here you can see our secondary mark here. The well-verified marketing claim will become a standard in the industrial wire and cable market. It depends on what companies will verify, but I think for continuous flex performance, it has been such a jungle of information. If you're selecting cable for an application and you need continuous flex, you need to find out how long a cable will last. There's a lot of information out there, so we saw this UL Verify mark as, just as they say, it's a trust, it's a third party coming in. As far as the jungle of information is concerned, if you do search for continuous flex cable, you'll see these claims: flex tested to 10 million cycles with no failure. They're great, and they're not based on lies. They're just, if you have to dig, it becomes a little more difficult to find any backup information on these claims. Cycle life range from 10 to 20 million cycles. It's great, and those are big numbers, but that's a big range, and there are some constraints there if you dig. These are our competitors, so I'm just pulling examples. There are more. I just pulled 3. One of the good ones I found is that this cable will last 100 million cycles, and if you dig on their website, you'll find that that claim is based on something they created in 1976. A great article, but still very old information, and I don't know how often they're validating their tests from that time. As far as the testing goes, there are many different ways to test wire and cable. I pulled some examples here. We have a torsion test that's based on a military spec from the 40s, a roller test based on a VDE and a UL standard, a TikTok test, also a military-based test, and energy chain. Our competition will test in cable carrier, and the bottom line with these tests is they're not bad tests. I think they're just a little misguided in some ways, and they're tough to relate to the actual use in the field. And even with energy chain testing, we know firsthand it takes time. 10 million cycles will take 3 to 5 years to test. So the test stands themselves need to be monitored and calibrated, and a lot of maintenance is involved there. So this test, a lot of them are just one-time events for our competition. They're not doing continuous testing. At igus, we like to test continuously, and we like to test based on how customers will use the cable in the field. So here you can see the size of our test lab. We do 2 billion test cycles per year. That's strokes. Some of the metrics you can see here, we dedicate a lot of resources to testing. So we test cables inside energy chains and triflex torsion situations. We'll test cables as they're being put into different types of media, oils, and chemicals. We have full-size robots, 6-axis robots. We have a long travel tester. No one has these types of tests. We test, and we have 2 cold chambers that we test in. So this is our approach and our logic, and this is what 30 plus years of continuous testing looks like. We also perform batch testing, which is unheard of in this industry. We'll take a part number that's has a high usage, and we determine what the sampling program should be, and we test batches from that sampling periodically, and we're doing this all year round. We're testing batches of cable to validate that design, ensure that it was manufactured to the original specification. So that's a very unique offering that we do for our customers to ensure that the cable they purchased will perform as advertised. I'm going to back it up a little now and just show you how the UL verification audit worked. We worked with UL to determine a customized audit, and they came in the course of 8 weeks, did an audit on our product design and how we design our cables according to the performance requirements, and we'll have different performance levels, how it's inspected and tested, the manufacturing, what machinery we select to yield certain performance characteristics of the cable, what in-process test programs we have, the product lifetime. So 2 billion is a high claim, and how do we calculate that? UL wanted to see how exactly we calculate 2 billion test cycles. So it was a very detailed audit. They also validated our batch testing program. And if we want to maintain this mark, we have to do continuous audits. So they'll come in and do follow-up audits every year. So it was a good deal of work to get this mark, and they definitely go through and do give it due diligence to verify. The mark itself is broken up into 3 basic components. You can't chop this mark up and use it in different ways. You cannot stamp this on a cable. So we will have a label that will show up on our website, and we're working on putting something on the reel itself, but you can't mark it on a cable. But it's broken up into 3 components: the basic UL mark that everyone's familiar with, then there's a unique identifier, a number associated just with our claim, and then the claim module, so the exact description of what we had verified. We verified the continuous flex cable test process, which is the igus 36-month chainflex cable guarantee and service life calculator based upon 2 billion test cycles per year. And the reason we find that this mark is going to be very unique to igus is that we just based it on what we've been doing for years. And now it's a third party saying, yes, it's true. We offer a cost down, life up approach to our products, to all of our energy chain system products. As far as cables are concerned, we offer these 2 billion test cycles per year are there to ensure the product is safe and will work like we say it will work. We can offer up to 7 different versions of the same electrical type of cable. So if you have a tighter bend radius, we have a cable that is good for higher performing applications. If you don't have as demanding an application, we'll have a cable that's more affordable. We're the only company with a lifetime calculator, so answering the question, the tough question of how long the cable will last. And now we're the only company with a UL verified 36-month cable guarantee. So what are the benefits to you? You're going to get a product with a lifetime according to the application, the price according to the target lifetime, and a guarantee for the whole life of that target lifetime. Basically, if you boil it all down, you're getting confidence that you're selecting the right cable. And here's an example in our control cable series. We have our CF880 at 37 cents a foot, but you have to use that cable in a 12.5 times diameter bend radius. All the way up to a cable at CF98 at $9.72 a foot. It's an expensive cable, but if you have a cable that needs to go to 4 times bend radius and last 40 million cycles, this is the cable. You're never going to replace this cable, or if it's in a tough to access area, that's the cable to use. So we offer up to 7 different performance types in between. And we do this for every type of cable: control, data, bus, fiber optics, feedback cables, servo cables, motor cables. We also have robotic cables. And basically, you're getting the 2 billion tests that drive the service life calculator and the guarantee, and now it's UL verified to give you a little more confidence that you're getting the right cable. And thank you for listening. And if you're interested, please go to igus.com, search for chainflex, and you'll see all of our cables that we offer. You can use the service life calculator. Feel free to contact me, Don Nestor, if you need any assistance in speccing in cables. And thank you.